If you sit in the back pew or the front pew, it's your voice we want to hear. The phone lines are open, so call 244-0077. Now, here's J. Michael McCoy.
All right, welcome back. 22 minutes before the top of the hour on this, the third day of September in the Lord's year 2015. I'm J. Michael McCoy, and this is the second half of the Thursday edition of The View from a Pew. I've got two special guests in my studio. Their names are, I'm going to put her name first. Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's Winter and Jordan Ask, and your last name is A-S-K.
That's correct.
All right. And they have a brand new business that they've started, and the story on how they came up with this business is really cool. And so the business is called...
Surprise You.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong. I said surprise me.
Well, I may surprise you. You never know.
Yeah. All right, so Surprise You. So tell me what that is.
Surprise You is a service for people that either don't have a lot of time or don't have the right ideas to perform special events for their spouse, their kids, anyone special, as well as it could be on the business side of things where if you're talking to a business owner, special things for their clients or their staff just to remind them, make them feel appreciated is really all of it together.
Okay. What's the difference between Surprise You and an event coordinator?
That's a good question. Event planners, which I can do events, they just mainly plan everything and they have different people putting everything together. And right now it's just me, but there's always a surprise aspect into it. So this is very personalized and unique where we're trying to build in some of the 5 love languages.
Okay.
If you're familiar with that.
Yes.
Really get to know someone and make them think, how did you know that?
I like that.
And so if you like a certain thing, I don't want to know that ahead of time in order to surprise you. So really find out that as well as talk to a couple people that you're really close with, a wife, get to know you, and perform for any special event.
All right. So, and Winter, it's my understanding that this was your idea?
Oh, no. I'm just his test subject.
Okay. But
she was the inspiration that started the idea.
All right. And tell me about that event or that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say it all started when he proposed.
Okay.
He's really good at coming up with great ideas and different things just to make you feel special. So when he proposed, he had a really good time. It made him feel good to do that for me, and I think that really sparked something in him to do for other people as well. And, make a profit not only with money, but just in his emotions as well, just to make him feel better and make other people feel well.
All right, so Winter, everybody's wondering, how did he propose to you?
Oh, dear. Can I have him tell the story?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, even before the proposal, I met her in Oklahoma. I went to Oklahoma Wesleyan my last year of college, and we did
Sorry, but that's okay.
Yeah. Awesome university. We did a lot of long-distance traveling, and we'd always find ways to surprise each other. So the proposal was like the cap of that, and it was at Fleming's. So she was driving up from Oklahoma, playing with the manager, a lot of different things, brought in 6 different gifts that all led up to the actual proposal, had a little funny note. And
now,
with
she
it,
did this or you did this?
I did this.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
She says she has an idea.
I knew he was going to propose.
And how did you know that?
Woman's instinct.
Okay. All right. Had you gone ring shopping?
No, I didn't help him with any of that. He picked out everything. I think his sister went with him, but I didn't know anything.
My sister helped me, and also her friend and her sister helped give me an idea of what she wanted.
Okay.
And coordinate.
your friend and your sister.
Yep.
Oh, that was cool.
So that's a big aspect of...
Did I get that wrong, Winter?
His sister.
My sister, and then her friend and her sister helped me.
Oh, I didn't know my sister
with
helped.
the design and what ring she would like.
Okay, good.
So-
Smart guy.
As
Yeah.
much as I think I know her, I know that her family and friends know a side of her that maybe I don't know. So that's a big part of this, to get loved ones involved in this.
All right. And so you're at Fleming's.
Yep.
I love steak, by the way.
Okay. and did she come with you or did she meet you there?
I met him at his house. Like, I drove up to visit him, and I met him at his house.
All right. And then y'all got gussied up and you went to Fleming's.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Now, did you know it was going to be that? tonight?
No, I knew it was going to be when I visited, but I knew no details.
Okay. Should have waited till like the last minute.
Last second.
I couldn't wait.
You know what a buddy of mine did once? Just real quick. Same kind of deal. He knew that his soon-to-be fiancée was thinking this was the time she was going to get it, and so they went the whole weekend, and he never proposed. And so she's driving out of town. I think she was going to Kansas City. She's upset.
You think?
And a buddy of his is a state patrolman. And so he's in the back seat of the state patrol car. They go speeding down the interstate, pull her over. Now she's doubly mad because she gets pulled over. And while she's arguing with the state patrolman, he comes in the passenger door and hands her the ring.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's
Way to
one way
mess
to
with
do
their
it.
emotions.
Yeah. All right, but so go ahead. You go to Fleming's and what?
All the gifts lead up starts really small, such as like some of her favorite coffee
Okay.
with a funny note that has to do with it. Gets up to the last one. I blindfolded her,
Okay.
which she
At Fleming's?
At Fleming's. We had
Okay.
a secluded booth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nobody else knew what was going on, I'm sure.
She probably knew it at that point, but one of the managers came around, and when she opened her eyes, I was on my knee, and there was a dessert plate that said, "Will you marry me?" on it.
Okay.
And the only part I was nervous about was getting out the ring in time. So I got out of my jacket. I don't even remember what I said, but I remember she said, "Heck yes, I will." And
Okay.
from there,
You don't remember what you said?
well, I know
You
I
remember
said,
what he said?
Nope.
Okay.
it wasn't a speech. It was like,
Straight to the point.
I love you a lot. Will you marry me? It wasn't.
Did you get approval from her family for this?
I did.
Okay.
I got it. Her dad's blessing. and
Okay, good.
Definitely.
And you did, and he kept the secret.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. Good.
We all knew it was happening.
Yeah. They knew he was smitten and madly in love with you, and
Who wouldn't be?
yeah, I don't know.
Me either.
And so, I just had a thought in my head. There it goes. All right, so Jordan and Winter ASK, they've started this business called Surprise You. And the idea came from you just always were surprising her with different stuff throughout the whole relationship.
Yep, surprising her before she even came in the picture, doing special things for family and friends.
Okay.
And when I got to doing things for her, a lot of girls would say, "Wow, like that's so cool."
Yeah,
And
isn't
then
that neat when they say that?
Then a lot of guys would say, "You're making me look so bad."
Yes, I know that
And-
too.
And then I'd have some girls like, "Wow, I wish my boyfriend or husband would do that for me."
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, maybe this is on to something.
So, yeah. So my wife's a scrapbooker.
Okay.
And so every year at the state fair, they have this huge event with some, how many hundreds of women doing scrapbook. So I had this little vase, and it said something on it about speaking of roses or something. And so every year I would take out this single rose. Mm-hmm. And I'd have all these husbands calling me the next week, "Boy, you sure make me look bad out there. Why don't you cut that out?" And one day my wife says to me, "You know what I'd like for the rest of our relationship? I'd like flowers in private." Because I'd send them to the office because all the girls at the office say, "Oh, look at that." And I like that.
Yeah.
So for the second half of our relationship, hopefully we get another half. We've been together 30 years, so that'd be nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so now it's all in private. It's all just quiet. And so
Yeah.
that's me deal.
It's
All
more
right.
intimate that way.
Yeah, but you like the public surprises.
It really depends on the surprise. I don't care if people know about it, but I do like the private stuff as well.
Okay.
Like he came home with flowers the other day on
no
his
reason.
on his birthday.
On his birthday.
It's like it's my birthday too.
Yeah.
But-
I carry a vase in my trunk.
There you go.
Yeah, so just if I get this feeling in the doghouse or whatever that I want to give my wife flowers, I've got a vase in the trunk. All right, we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, some of the ways that you could have Jordan help you surprise you or summon your family, a loved one. We're going to get some ideas to you, and I can see the thoughts already turning in your mind about. You want to do something for your sister or your brother or maybe your pastor or one of your kids or maybe it's your spouse. We'll get some ideas here. Is there a website?
It is surpriseyou.net.
Surpriseyou.net. Check them out. We'll be back live. I'm J. Michael McCoy. If I haven't told you lately, thanks for listening. Love this job. Couldn't do it without you. Right here on The Truth.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can return the grandkids, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We'll help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids?
Yeah! If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Hi, I'm J. Michael McCoy, and about 20 years ago, I went to a used car salesman by the name of John Hewitt. He had a little shop over there on North 2nd Avenue called John's Auto Sales, and I bought a car. I found that experience to be one that I had never had before from a used car salesman. He was honest, he was dependable, he had integrity, and he did what he said he was going to do. Well, over the years, between my kids and grandkids, I purchased 7 vehicles from John's Auto Sales. And last month, I asked him to be a sponsor. I can tell you about their huge selection. I can tell you about their years of experience. I can tell you about their honest integrity. But all I really need to tell you is that I bought 7 cars, and you can trust them. John's Auto Sales, 5435 2nd Avenue, Des Moines.
You need a good ride when you hit the trail. Trust the man with the cars, and he goes by the name of Big John. Big John. Big John.
From the RE/MAX Real Estate Concept Studios, this is Webcast One Live.
If you sit in the back pew or the front pew, it's your voice we want to hear. The phone lines are open, so call 244-0077. Now, here's J. Michael McCoy.
10 minutes before 3 o'clock, Salem Radio Network News, and then at 3:03, the Steve Deace. Back in Afternoon Drive right here on The Truth, 99.3. All right, I've got a wonderful couple in front of me, Winter and Jordan Ask. I just learned that Winter is an Oklahoma fan. So, I don't know. We'll be okay. We only have to be in the same room for 8 more minutes. As a Nebraska fan, you know, we're longtime rivals. Actually, you're too young to probably remember the rivalry, or do you?
Oh, I remember. My dad was very vocal about it.
Was he? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Especially when they beat the Sooners.
So he's an arrogant, pompous Oklahoma fan.
I think you should let him answer that.
Okay, I'd love to sometime. Because I'm a arrogant, pompous Nebraska fan.
At least you know that.
Yeah, I do know that. So Winter and Jordan Ask, they have started a business called Surprise You, and they would hire you to to surprise somebody.
Correct.
Now, obviously, it could be a birthday party or something like that, but what other ideas do you have?
So far, I have done a couple birthdays. I've done things for anniversaries. In 3 weeks, I'm doing a baby gender reveal party.
Okay.
It can be, I've done a couple random events where there's no specific special day where they're really not expecting anything.
Just surprise.
Those are actually my favorite things.
Sure.
Because they have no idea. You can pick any day. You can personalize it however you want.
Have you surprised somebody who doesn't like to be surprised yet?
It depends on the surprise. Like, not everybody's going to want a surprise party.
That's
where the personalization comes in. You do something you know they'll want.
That brings up a good point, because the most work I've done for a surprise is a huge surprise party, 60 people. That was catered towards her. I've also had a couple people say my wife or whoever would hate that.
Yeah.
So I've done ones where, like you said before, private.
Yeah.
At home, no one else knows about it.
I can't. My wife, long ago, said no. Please, no surprise parties ever.
Amen.
Yeah. So I never tried. You know. And you both are followers of Jesus Christ. So this is a biblically centered business.
Yep.
So you're not going to do something that would be considered immoral or illegal.
No stripper hiring.
No stripper hiring. No, absolutely not. What do you have in your mind that nobody has hired you yet for? So hopefully somebody is listening and goes, that's it. That's what I want. What big idea do you have?
See, I can't give it away or else someone wouldn't need me. So I really have so many ideas that, especially for her, that I can only implement, 3 or 4 a year, big ones.
Yeah.
Or else she'll get spoiled from it. But just different ways. Different
Oklahoma
ways
fans
to
can't be spoiled. They're too rotten at the core. Excuse me. Pardon. Go ahead.
But just to have it so creative and personalized that it fits them and no one else.
Yeah.
So it could involve a lot of family members, getting to have someone fly in, which someone did that for a big surprise party, like a relative or a sibling for that.
Have you utilized like Skype yet?
For out of town?
Yeah.
As of right now, I haven't done any. I've done a couple out of town where one person flew up to surprise actually my brother. My brother came in a house and she was there sitting in a box.
Oh, wow.
So that was just for fun, but I would love to be able to offer this nationwide and just be able to correspond with Skype or phone.
You should, now that you've been to the studios, put these studios in the back of your mind. How could you surprise somebody with a worldwide internet broadcast? Ryan, our producer, has every ability to bring Skype in, bring people in on the phone, chat, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you could utilize that. What do you got
Just
there?
to give you a good example of like what it is you want to hit someone with something that they like without them knowing. So I thought this would be a good example for you.
Oh, you knew I was a Nebraska fan.
And don't even ask me how I know, because I won't reveal that information. But
Oh, good job. And is that a doggy bone?
I heard you really like your dog. So
I love my puppies.
Okay.
That's awesome, Jordan.
Yeah.
Did you do this?
No. I just met him today.
Okay. All right, then it was Dr. Hartwig.
No comment.
No comment. This is great. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. And yes, I have 2 puppies. Picasso, who is a lot of people have never heard of these. He's a, why can't I think of it now? Help me. I just went blank.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. He's a, oh my gosh, I can't think of his title. Okay, so then I have a little Coco, little long-haired Chihuahua. And of course, Coco thinks he runs the place. And Picasso's my buddy. So that's really awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you have a good example of how you could surprise somebody.
And besides, you mentioned like big events or for a spouse, a lot of it is just on those other 360 days a year that aren't special events. What do you do on a daily basis to serve your spouse, your kids, even people you meet at the Starbucks or whatever? Just random acts of kindness.
Mine, for my wife, has always been Post-it notes.
Those are common.
She'll come home from a trip, and I'll have them inside cupboards, inside the butter dish.
Yeah.
And, and what's cool is she does it back, so we have tons of Post-it notes.
You guys must be words of affirmation.
We try. She does better than I do. But my wife always said it took 20 years to train a good husband. Well, I'm way overdue, but I'm working on it. So
You're 2 years early.
now, and you are a makeup artist.
Yes, sir.
So how could somebody utilize your skills?
For example, Jordan did a surprise recently where a husband was surprising his wife. And part of that surprise included getting pampered. So I would come to her house and I did her makeup. She has 3 kids, so she doesn't take a lot of time for herself. So I basically spent an hour just making her feel special.
Yeah.
And then she went out for the night looking good and she didn't have to do any work. So
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys are awesome. God bless you both. Thanks for coming in, and we're going to make this a webcast for you. Ryan will get it all cut up, and you can use it and send it wherever you want. And you put it on your website, whatever you want to do. It's yours.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely free. All right, so it's surpriseyou.net. Surpriseyou.net. Look it up. Winter and Jordan Ask, and they are in the business of putting smiles on people's faces and love in people's hearts. So we hope that you find a time at some point in the future you can utilize them. I'd like to surprise Pastor Mike, like right in the middle of a sermon.
I was actually,
you jump up and
Michael Megason's one of my, know him. He's one of my close friends, but I was thinking today it would be awesome to surprise someone like that or someone in the church.
Oh, I'll surprise Megs.
So
You let me know.
if you want to be on the team, I guarantee you
yeah.
we can get something
We
good.
get a lot of people want to surprise Megs.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you very much for being here. All right. You know, this program introduces you to a lot of local people, pastors and preachers and teachers, but it's always here to tell you that Jesus loves you. It's always here to remind you that you have never done anything so bad, so wrong, so foul, so anything, that Jesus doesn't remain unconditionally, madly in love with you. Don't ever forget that, all right? And remember, as you forgive, you shall be forgiven. I'll see you in church.